Hello, hello, hello. We are back with another stream. How is everyone? I changed the latency on the stream, so if you write in chat really quickly, maybe I will see it much quicker than used to. So hopefully interaction today will be much more smooth. Let's see if it works. I hope you are doing good. You're having a good day. And yeah, we're gonna look at the new dashboard again today. And I have to be, how do you say in English? I have to beicht. In German we will say zu Beichte gehen, because I have to tell you that I worked a little bit on the dashboard off stream. I know. But after last stream, I was kind of like, okay, I wanna get the ball going again, and I worked on a little bit of stuff. And the first thing I think we can do is maybe I show you what I have done. And I think there's some really cool stuff actually. So let's go over here. You can see the dashboard. It looks a little bit different than it looked before, because I think now it is much more clean. So actually the first thing I've done has to do with the speakers. So to show you actually, I will pause the music, and then we have to wait a moment for it to not show paused anymore and show idle, and then you will see what I changed, because I worked a little bit on the media player, the music player. Hey, I can't say your name. Do you plan on using swipe card? I don't think, because mostly for now this is gonna be like desktop or like tablet focused, so like widescreen focused, and I think swipe card works really well with touch controls, but like not so well with mouse controls. So for now, probably we won't use swipe card, but I think in the future we will probably work on this and like try to make it responsive as well, and like figure out how we do the mobile companion, let's say. And then for sure we will use swipe card. I really like using swipe card because I think for mobile it works really, really great. So what have I done? So the first thing I've done, I worked a little bit on the climate card, and I made the switcher have like rounded corners so it looks better with the rest of the cards, because we have quite our corners are quite rounded and it was like not as much, and now I think it looks better also with this, you know, makes more sense. And then actually the major thing I've worked on, or maybe before I show you, I can show you this. I changed this card a little bit. If you press it, you can have like a big and a small version of it, which I think is really cool. So this is something I implemented. I really like it. And then the major thing I worked on is actually now the content of the dashboard adapts to the sidebar. So when the sidebar is open, it's smaller, and when the sidebar is closed, it's longer. How did you implement this expanding card? I can show you in a second. I will show you the code and how I did it, basically. It's quite straightforward, actually. So before we do that, though, I also want to show you the other pages and the other stuff that I worked on. So I also worked a little bit more on like the climate card, because we're just using button card because I think it's a really good card. It works really well, but I made it like look more like the rest of our cards. I made it like a little bit bigger, so it looks like these cards, and it uses like our colors now and like kind of like the design language of like what we had. This was actually like quite a lot of work. I feel like this is something Bubble Card can improve on. It was a lot of work to work on. And then also what I did is I changed a little bit like how the switch button works. So it looks more like the automation card now. So everything like looks a little bit more in line. And then I made like a dummy lock and like a lock card that like looks like the security system card. And also made like a square card here where you can see like the different motion sensors in the different rooms, or like the windows that are open. Then I set up this page, let's say, where we will probably work on most today. And then the automation page, I don't think it has changed. And then I also changed this one to be like a specific pop-up per user. So, okay, you asked how did I implement this expanding card? This one. I will show you. Basically, I did the same thing like this one. So if we go into debug mode here, and let's go to the first page. Oh, we are on the first page, okay. And then we added the dashboard. So first thing that I did was I did put everything basically here. I put it in a layout card. So it's very simple layout card. It just has like 2 columns, left and right, and then like a grid grab and like margin 0. And the reason I did this is because then we can use card mod on like the host of the layout card, and we can change the margin left with the state of the input boolean of the navigation bar. So if the navigation bar is open, it has like a bigger margin left. If it's closed, there's like a smaller one. And that's how we achieve basically this function that with the sidebar, it is like the same, you know? Does that make sense? And then in here we have like the 2 columns, left and right. And then in there we have like the different sections. So the way I did the alarm card switcher is actually, it's like its own template. And my first idea was to do, wait, let me close all of these with click. Alarm switcher. So it has like an input boolean, like the navigation bar. So we do like a helper, and I just call it alarm card. And then it has like a variable, and the variable is the alarm control panel system, because we are using it for like the entity of the extra card. And then basically it's like the most bare bone card. The tab action is toggle. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't show the icon. It doesn't show anything. And then if the state is on, it has like a custom field that I just called full. And in there, it's a card. It's a custom button card with the alarm control panel that we set under variables. And then the template is either alarm score, or the template is alarm small if the value is off. So depending on the value of the input boolean, it calls two different other templates basically. Yeah, I actually, like, my first idea was to have like the whole card in here, or have like the template and then have like an if clause in the template. But that for some reason didn't work, because then like the whole JavaScript code was like considered like the template. So I think you can't put like JavaScript code in these, but this is kind of like the workaround to do that. And then they just have like tab action, call service, input boolean toggle, and then this entity, if that makes sense. And then the style, it's like super easy. The styles is just a grid where there's like only the full, and then the card is padding 0. So it's just like the card basically is the card that like gets put in. That makes sense. But I think actually it works. It looks really good, and it's like a nice way of like changing it up, no? Like if you want to see like all of the info, you can have it. If you don't want to see all of the info, you can like kind of like get out of it, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. And then I also, yeah, as I said, like the main thing was to put everything in like a layout card. And then actually like the good thing about this is, I mentioned it like in the beginning, no, when I said that probably we will make like a version that's like a mobile version, like once we finish like the tablet/desktop version. And the nice thing about this is that we can change this then depending on like how big the screen is basically. So we can actually make it fully responsive, I think. Let's see how it will work, but I'm pretty sure we can do it. Yeah. And to be honest, like if you go back, I'm pretty proud. Like it looks clean. No? Why is this not going unpaused actually? It's been a while, no? How long do you have to wait until it's like... No, but maybe we'll see it in a second. Or I can show you if I go here. Wait. Let's go debug. And if you go here, I put in like an image. I think it's here. It's like a GIF that uses like the same colors that we used in the in our design. And it's just kind of like random movement. But I put that like behind as like the background basically of the music player. So if there is no music playing, or if like the music doesn't have like an album cover, it still looks like nice. And I think it gives like this more polished feel for like the whole dashboard. And yeah, that's why I created this And then I'm kind of sad because I kind of want to like to show, yeah, here, now you can see it. You can see how the speaker is like idle, and we can see like the background, the GIF. And I also made it like smaller because I was like, okay, if it's idle, we don't have to have like the whole thing. And like this way you can kind of like, so I think a lot of things that I did now was kind of like to clean everything up, no? So this, for example, where you can like collapse it. And then here the speaker. All right. Then we can also turn the music on again. And then you can see it will go back to like the normal one, yeah. See. Yeah, and then as I said, I worked a little bit on this to make it a little bit more fitting. And yeah, just kind of worked on the different pages. So I have lighting here now, settings. So these are like all the input booleans that I marked favorite. The automations, and then also like the climate. I can show you also the climate. It's like, wait. I think I put it here somewhere. No? Here? Here? What is happening? That's weird. So here I was testing the layout card implementation. And then here I just put like all the stuff that I was working on. So you can see like how the climate looked before. And then we changed it up a little bit. And like mostly it's in this like custom styles here. So if you look at this, we change like the bubble container color. Here we can delete this and then we can see. So this is the plus and the minus. This is like the color for like the sub button. You know, this is like the color for the temperature display, and like we just change them like one by one. And then like my dummy can only do heat and off, and then off looks like this. And then, but it should also work with cool, and cool should be blue. But I can't test it. So someone that has an actual climate that can cool, you need to test it for me. So yeah, so I did that to kind of like bring it more in line, let's say, with the rest. And then also one thing that I did was, let me go back to the front. We have like the profile here, and I named this like profile and then put the username behind me. And in the navigation bar, I also put that into like the tab action. Wait, let's find the navigation bar. It was one of the first things that we did. No, yeah, here. So navigation bar, item, no, profile, yeah, yes, the profile. So the navigation path now is home, and then the hash profile minus, and then plus the username dot to lowercase. So in my case, that's like Julian. So now if like someone else logs in, they can get their own pop-up basically without changing, having to change anything in the navigation. And basically it works the same way how we put like the person entity here and like the name. We just use it the same function here like 3 times. And I think that's actually a really good way of doing it. All right, so what I wanted to work on today is basically this page here. So we kind of have to decide or like work a little bit on like how we want to do like the device card. So I actually kind of like it that it's like this how do you say this, clean. I think what we could think about is to put like maybe some animations for when like the vacuum is cleaning. And then like for the washing machine, I think we should put like a timer. But then for some reason I do like just how it looks basically, you know? And then I was also thinking you could even do something like go here, no, if you go here and then you do like 3, you know, it's still like works. This might look even better actually. And then I think what we can do is like, for example, for the batteries, maybe let's do that real quick. Let's start with the batteries maybe. So batteries. So there is this like card now. What's happening? I just wanted to say like Hux doesn't have any repositories. Battery state. Is it this one? I think it's this one, no? Battery state card. Let's download this one. And then if we go here and we go to like devices, let's put a new section. I usually make it like super long because I want it to be at the bottom, because here all the bubble cards go in. So then we do bubble card. We want to make like a pop-up, create a pop-up. Then we call this batteries. And then in here, actually, we just put the battery state card. And I think that works already. Whoops. That was weird. Battery. So then if we go here and we can go here to the batteries. Battery. Did I call it battery or batteries? Let's call it battery. No, I call it batteries. Okay. Trust your instincts. Doesn't work. Why not? Batteries. Battery. Hello? Navigation path. Navigate. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, and here we can see like I need to change all my batteries basically. So that's like one thing done. And then for this, I'm not sure. Like I was thinking we could put some, yeah, how do you say? We could put some, like for example, like the tile or something like this on there. I'm not like, I feel like I'm not convinced. If that makes sense. Not sure if that would be nice, you know? Actually wanted to see like the tile card. If we put the vacuum and then we do features. I mean, we could put something like this. Do we want to though? Let's try it. Let's actually copy the device card and the device card vacuum, both. Because I feel like I'm gonna need them both. Let's put them in here. Whoa. And then what is this again? Let's do something like this. And save this. So that's the morning coasting. How are you doing? Did you miss me going through everything I changed? I feel like I did some progress. And I figured out some stuff. Vacuum. So yeah, coasting is very, very helpful always with stuff. Here, coasting, I show you, I've done some stuff. First and foremost, I figured out how to do this. I'm so happy about it. So that's very, very nice. And basically it's just like a layout card that has like a card mod on like the host. So that's very, very nice. And then I also put in this where it like changes like the template based on like a helper, which I also think looks very nice. So you can like kind of decide how much or how little information you want, basically. Yeah, I think it looks so good. Okay, so then let's work What should we do first? Let's try to put in like something like this, let's say. Nice, collapsible card. Exactly. Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk. Exactly. Give me a sec. What is it again? Tile. Vacuum. Can you only have start, pause? Okay. And then we would have to put it probably in between here, no? But it does look kind of shit, no? That's so far to the right. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think we won't be putting the tile card in to this. I think we just leave it clean, actually. But what I do want to put in here is the animations, maybe. So let's look at that real quick. get it over here, I think, real quick. Let's look real quick. If I know how to use it anymore. Alright, so the way the animations work is actually there are also button cut templates. Who would have thought? Let's go all the way down to the bottom maybe and put them in there because we don't really need to change them. State on anim card shake, anim card. Do I still know how to do this? Pulse, rotate on, then state on we need to change. Alright, so then if we go back into devices and we go to the vacuum card, I think it's in here. We can do this. It can be multiple templates. Anim rotate. And then you can see it rotates. And then we can say anim rotate on, and then it stops rotating because this is a vacuum. So the state on is not on, like what's the default? But instead it's cleaning. So then now, when it's cleaning, it is rotating. So that works, right? I think that looks nice. So that's something that we can use from like super easy to integrate. Alright, then let's look at the washing machine basically, I think. And I want to add like, and I prepared this already. Copy. I'm gonna put this in here. I already put in my old washing machine card. And then I wanted to do, let's do save. And then okay, do I have to turn on my washing machine now so we can use these sensors? Is that the easiest way? Or do we just make some dummy sensors? Maybe. Okay. Let's really quickly do some dummy sensors. Select washing machine. Washing machine. Let's call it, whoops, dummy washing machine. And then it's either off or running. Right, actually I think it's right, off or running. create, and then we also do a sensor. Sorry, template. Oh, I can't type today. And then we do a sensor, and then we do dummy washing machine progress, and then we just do 45%. Submit. I think we don't need more than that. Let's see. Select. Wait. No. Dummy washing machine. And then dummy washing machine progress. And then these two I don't think we need. What happens if we turn it to running? Okay, that looks good. So then what we will do is we will copy these and we will put them in here for now. And then we probably have to change it so we can set this as a variable, It's like a bigger refactor. For now, let's do running. Alright, so that looks nice already. And then what I want to do is actually I want to take this, put this in the thing. And then I also really do like this one. The icon. Let's see what we can do with that. Because I think that that's like a nice feature, no? I think we can do it just like this, no? Hey, let's do one by one. Let's first do the bar. Because we want to have the bar in here. Whoops, but not there. We want to have the bar in here. And then probably we also have to copy this here, no? And then where is it? Let's go here, bar with 100%, border radius. We will change this actually. Actually, we will make this bigger, I think. Maybe like this. And then this we will do also less. Like 8. And then we do maybe padding right, 10 pixel. No? Margin right? Why? 24 pixels. So that works. So actually I want to do it differently though. I want to do background color is it's here. Wait. So this is probably how it should look when it's done, no? So var green dark. I think the other ones are fine like this. And then these I don't think we need necessarily. But I wonder why it's yeah, but this we don't want. But why does it not? Okay. Don't get that. Then it gets like more. Cork. Wait, is this not how you do it? Let me check how you do it real quick. But then let's do 20 pixels. And then let's actually do We don't want contrast 2, we want contrast 1, we only want contrast 2. No? We probably want contrast 1 actually. This we take away. And then, wait. Yeah. I also want to put like the progress time, let's say, in here. So how do we do that? Let's do progress. And then let's do what? Then probably do like plus percent, but the other ones like this. And then we want to put it in there. So progress, position, absolute. Right, 20 pixel, 25 pixel. And then color bar green, font size 16 maybe. And then probably also have to place it from the top. Whoops. $60. That looks good actually. Font weight, we do something like 600, I feel like. And then I want to check if you take this away and we do 100, then it would look like this. So I mean, and it would be green, dark green, of course. I can show you. Wait, let's do 100 and then let's do this is what it would look like. And I think that looks nice. Okay. And then before it looks like this. It's also quite nice, I think. I feel like this is too far up though, right? Maybe we do need. Yeah. Maybe we do need that. And then let's see if we can also incorporate like icon. Wait. Then we do custom fields. Let's call it spinner. Return or and else return nothing. Okay, okay. Getting there. And then we can do, what is it, the icon, right? Absolute. And then we do kind of works, no? It's like a weird rotation point. Why is that? Let's also do the index 1, and then actually for the other ones we do the index 2. No. Okay, so now how do we change like the rotation point of this? That's the question. First of all, maybe we should wait. This should be right, and this should be top, and then I think I do 0 and 0. Why does that not work? Because I have position absolute twice, maybe? Oh no, I fucked myself. No. That does not work. And also this doesn't do anything, right? Do we have to make it like its own card? Let's look at how we did it here. Here it is the icon, okay. We don't want it to make it the icon, we want it to be extra. The thing is, we're rotating the whole wrapper basically, and not only the icon. So maybe we do have to make it a card. Let's try that. Let me copy this. Is it because it doesn't have an entity? Wait. Of course, you need to take. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. But it does show the icon, right? Maybe actually we do it's like this. Why does it not show at all? Don't get it. Here it's showing now, but it doesn't show the icon anymore. Why not? Why not? Didn't do it before? Maybe we do. Nope. Ah. Why? I'm almost don't want to do spinner. You know what we would do probably? We will take this and do it like this. And then we do false. Nice. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. And then we do I thought the icon would get bigger though. Okay. And then we do copy this in there. And then we just have to do the opacity as well. No, wait, let me save this. Where's the opacity on? Oh, it's on the icon. Opacity 20%. Okay. And then I think we just place the whole card. Absolute top 0 right 0 pixel. Why is it gone? Ah. Left works, but right doesn't work. Why not? Moving the whole card, no? I think I know why. Maybe. Spinner. How is this happening? I don't get it. Heh. So weird. I guess. How do we do this? I mean, we can do... What is happening? Why is it only there? I don't get it. How is it not? It's a spinner, it's a card. And then here we have the spinner. And it's the whole thing, no? Like, how is it not? Why is it not working? I don't get it. I literally don't get it. I don't know. Okay, anyone here in chat has any idea why it's not moving over? Why can I not place it on the right? As like a status thing. So weird, no? I don't know. I don't get it. Let's go through it again. Yeah, but this is, we would have to calculate, no? Why is that 100%? That makes no sense to me. Sorry, I did not follow. What's the problem here? Hi man, who you doing? Who am I doing? What am I doing? I'm working on the washing machine card. The problem is that I can't move the spinner to the right here. And I don't get it why. Like, maybe it's because of this, no? don't know. But this is probably... Ah, yeah, we could do that actually. Good idea. Where do we put this here? Justify content and then we take this away, and that looks like what we want, right? Sometimes I'm too dumb for this. Do we like it though? It's a little bit small, huh? Let's make it... Why? Like this? What do we think? Thanks, ghosting. Sometimes you need someone else to look at a problem. What do we think? Washing machine card? Like this? What if we change it now to off? Then we need to hide like the progress. I think we can do it just by taking this and then whoops. And then nobody can see it. It's a little bit cheating, but I think it works. Contrast 1. And then dummy washing machine running. Looks like this. Okay, so when we copy this and go in here, And then we go into device card. And actually, the device card itself is missing something. Template setup. And then we can take these away as well. And then also here, template setup. And then we do device card washing. And we put this in here. Whoops. And then of course we take this out. Color green. This we can probably copy. Here we have to change this actually into no. Entity.entity ID. And then also this one needs to get template setup. Let's try this. Let's go to devices. And then let's go to washing machine. Put in a sensor. And then we can take this off. And we can put in here the input select dummy washing machine. Hey JBS, it's not, I don't even know what that is, Portuguese, or I don't think it's Spanish, no? Ah, it could be Spanish as well. So, and then, wait, we have to basically delete everything and then do template device card washing. But then actually this I want to be green. And then that looks nice, no? But then actually one thing we need to change that I noticed. We need to use this color in like the bar here. And then we can just copy maybe this one here. Return. Save. Exit out of it. Ooh, it doesn't work anymore. Why not? Wait. Let's look at it here. And here. Syntax error. We can't call like a return here. What if we don't put return? Oh, okay. I guess that works. Right? Does it work though? Yeah. It's Portuguese. He's saying he likes your dashboard, would like shorter videos. I guess he doesn't know about your videos. It's just very funny. Because I feel like everyone always comments that my videos are too short. And then now we are doing live streams and now it's too long. But I get it. There will be more videos soon. And I think this is actually going to be the last live stream. Because we're almost done with this, I would say. And then the next part will be setting it all up in like my dashboard with like my actual entities. I think it was just to delete this, right? Save. And then if we go here, and then if we go here, and then like the second one, let's copy this card actually and put it in here, and then do blue, and then do dishwasher. Yeah, why not? Thanks, Lambeck. That's very kind of you. So, this is our washing machine card, and then the vacuum card I think we leave like this actually, and these cards as well, like the big device card. I think they look really, really nice. I don't know why my thing is like so slow again. Favorites. ChatGPT to the rescue for languages. I only speak French and English myself. Yeah, that's true. I also use that a lot actually. But yeah. I was wondering if we could put... Let's try that actually, maybe. Because what I did here is for... You see, like I have the columns here, but I would maybe like to have it as many columns as entities are there. Is that an idea? This is something we can also ask like Claude actually. I'm not logged in here. Wait. How do we do this? Let me figure this out real quick. We can just ask ChatGPT for now. Really? Alright, let's try. No, it doesn't. Okay. That did not work. Let's not do that. I don't know. I'm not sure how to do that. I would have to research that, I guess. Let's see. Let's actually look at it again. So, what else do we have to work on? Because I think the next steps would be to actually take it. Because I mean, I set up this like basic thing, but I mean, I'm like on like my YouTube Home Assistant where I don't have like all of the entities. That's why I use a lot of like dummy entities. And of course, to actually test it, I want to like deploy it in like my actual Home Assistant. And yeah, I think that's gonna be the next step probably. And then like kind of like figure out how to do everything, or like, and then like set up all the entities correctly and stuff. And then I can share the code with everyone. Because I would say once we do that, we will see, oh, interesting. We can't click on this anymore. Probably because you're clicking on. Why is that? Is that because of this? No. No, we can't click on this. We have like the more info here, no? When we click on the bar, it works. why is it if I click on the progress bar it works and like everywhere else it doesn't? Why? Okay, that works obviously. That also works. Okay, it is the spinner. Now it doesn't work anymore. Then it actually might be this, no? No, but it's still... But it's only there. Why can I not tap on it anymore? I don't get it. Why is it not working? Why? How is that possible? How do we get rid of it as well? Why would it have this behavior? here it works. It must be. Can also tap on that, but I can't tap on these. Okay, who in chat here is smarter than me and can tell me why? Even if I put the Z index here to 2. It must be something with the Z index, no? Now I can tap the name, yes. Okay, let's do it differently then. Why can I not make it 100%? I don't get it. It is one. This is like all the space of the spinner custom field, no? Then why, if I make the card 100%, it doesn't do it? Don't get it. So frustrating. So frustrating. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. So this is because it's on top of it. Try with a different entity? What do you mean? But also I don't get why I can't like position it just like I want, you know? I mean, we can just do it like this, no? Wait. Let's cancel that. Let's just do it like this. I feel like that must work, no? It doesn't work. Why? Because it doesn't have an entity. Why? Then it only works when I'm clicking there. Like, what is this shit? Home Assistant, why are you so frustrating sometimes? Why? I don't get it. I don't get why some of the stuff here is like for example, why can I not put 100% here? Like, what's happening? Is it because it's not like in the grid? What is it called? Spinner. Right. It doesn't get the dimension of the card, but does it now work? No. But why not? What is different between this and any other card that I put in here? Pointer events none, maybe? Maybe on here. Yes. Oh my god. Nice. That works. Thank God. Thanks, ghosting. Oh man. I really hate this when this happens. Wait, let's copy this. What did we put? Pointer events none. Unlike the spinner field. save, and then let's look. Does it work now? Yes. Okay. Nice. Holy moly. Thanks. Thanks, Coasting. And then I think all of these will probably get like... Should we... Before we end, actually, let's do one thing real quick. Let's go into like my normal. So let's go into my normal dashboard actually here. And let's see. My themes folder. Material clean. I think we already have it in here. I don't think we changed anything, but let's save it. And then let's do a new dashboard. Material clean. What icon did we use? Like the sparkles, no? Sparkles, MDI creation, nice. Where are we? Let's open this and then let's do our configuration editor. Let's go in here, let's do our configuration editor and let's copy this. Let's save this. Oh my god, nothing works. Because we don't have debug material clean. And then of course we don't have a lot of the... and we have to copy the all of the other stuff as well, yeah. Alright, I feel like I have to first figure out actually not that little, no? Just because I need to change all the sensor, Windows, window open count. That's actually not that much. Living room lights. Living room, whoops. Living room temperature. And then living room window. Wait, where are we? Window sensors, this one. It's actually not that bad. But I think this is something, I mean, this is what you would have to do, no? No door. This window door sensor. Office temperature. This is something that like you would have to do as well, no? And then we have to copy over the backgrounds that we haven't done yet. Ah, we can see the dark mode actually looks nice, no? I feel like you should try this out. Unless you provide some dummy entities with your code. Yeah, but do you think that's better actually? I feel like I need to figure out the alarm card switcher. We have to change the thing. Music. Yeah, because you don't have to help us yet. But yeah, I mean, I think this is maybe for another stream. But to kind of like look at how would you set everything up. But I think for that, I need to make instructions first. So then we can like follow the instructions together, basically. And then also this we don't really need, you know. So I think this is what I want. What I will do. I will set up instructions, and then we will do another stream where we set it all up with my dashboard and look at how to do it. Let's do one thing actually before we stop. Back in here, let's go to dark mode and let's look at the dark mode version. I'm a big dark mode fan actually. Okay. Some things don't work yet. This here doesn't work yet. The rest looks good, no? On the room card. Interesting. Let's see if there's other stuff that doesn't work yet. Oh. But this works, huh? Ooh, that looks also nice. Okay, it's actually just like the room card. Let's look at it real quick. The name. What's wrong with the name? Ah, because we just have. It's easy. This war contrast 20? No, contrast 1. But when it's on, it should be black. Wait. We need this. So then we can put it in here. And then when it's on, it's black. And when it's off, it's contrast 20, right? So in light mode, it's like black. I think so. But should it be black? Or I'm confused. Should it be black? And then the label should be or should it be the color or should it be black? What do you guys think? Like right now, it's like black. Let's do it in light mode again. It's like black here. I think here should be black, right? But here, for on-state color, I would say. I feel like I agree. Good to really notice this. Cool. Okay, and then what we just have to do is we have to copy this. Go in here, and then we have to find the room card. Room card. And then we do name. And then also label. But this we do contrast 20. Then we do save. Then we do done. And then it looks like this now. And then if we go to dark mode, it looks like this now. Nice! Cool. Why does this look different in dark mode? So much different. Interesting. This we also need to change, right? Because it should be black when selected. Right? Okay. Let's do the, let's look at the light mode again real quick. Okay, because here it's always black. But then, okay. Wait a second. We should probably do it in here. Maybe not. Here it is, navigation bar. Okay, so what we want is card 1, navigate. Icon color is contrast 20, but we want this actually. So it should be, if item 1 is active, it should be black. And as var contrast 19 we had, no? And then also the same is true for the name. And then we have to do it, I think, for every icon and name. This is really where like custom button card templates come into play, because this would be so annoying to change if we didn't use them. And then 5, we do the same thing. Save. How does it look now? Let's check. This still looks the same. It's good. And then if we change it to dark. Nice. That looks much better. That's how it should look. Okay. Increase the opacity of the controls when in dark mode. Yeah, you mean this one? Probably, yeah. It's like the slider, no? The switcher, I mean. Wow, we already put so much. I think this is it, no? Theme switcher base. And then where's the opacity? This? No. Where would I change the opacity? Coasting. Can you let me know? How do you load a specific font for your theme? I can show you in a second. You mean this should be higher, you think? For dark mode? So I could copy this, no? And then have like two different. Is that correct, coasting? Am I? Or am I tripping? This is like your code. Can be that I used an RGBA value for the dark mode that is too low. Ah, you mean it could be this? Probably, huh? So I just have to change this, right? So if we would do didn't change anything, right? Okay, I think this we need to do somewhere else another day. It's not working for me. This song also doesn't work really well with the background. It changed the button, but not the background. Okay, let's try one more time. Whoa. But here you don't have an RGBA value. Theme switcher base. But it is custom field background, no? If it's in dark mode, it does this. I don't know. I mean, I'm in light mode again. I mean, this already looks much better, I think. A little bit better. I think we are on the right track. Okay, but we will look at it at a different time, I think. Because now... I actually also really like it in dark mode, I must say. We wanted to look at how to add specific font to your theme. So what I always do is, when working with button cards, I set a button card templates that's like this, and then I set a font family for state label and name in here, and then I just give every template, button card template that I met this template, the setup template. So then if I want to change the font, you just have to change it in here. And then the way to load like a custom font into this is to go to dashboards and then to the 3 dots, resources. And then like you can add a resource here, and you can add like basically any Google font here. So if you go to font.google.com, no, Google Fonts. Here you can like, I don't know if you want Roboto, you go get font, get embed code, and then you just like take like this style sheet and like add it as like a style sheet. So you copy this, and then you copy it in here, and you do like style sheet and create. And then you have Roboto as a font in your Home Assistant. Okay. Oh, ingenious, thanks. No worries, no worries. Yeah, I feel like we did a lot of random stuff today. But I think we are close to the end, as I said. I think the next step for me is to create a README file, basically. And to make sure there's clear instruction on how to like install the dashboard. And then I think we do stream next week where we install it into my Home Assistant and we set everything up. And then I will share the code so all of you can set it up if you want. Yeah, I think that's the plan. And I think for now, this is it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Maybe this was a little bit, I feel like we didn't, I mean, we did do the device card here. Let's go back to the device card. We did that. So, and it was a little bit of a struggle. So that's why it took some time today. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice day and see you soon. Bye bye.